We are reading on the roll today. Pisces. Hi, Pisces. Let's see who and what is coming in. All right, Lovers. And the Star. So there's a person coming through. It looks like there's an option about this connection. There has to be some sort of a choice. So you have an opportunity to come into alignment with this person, but there's somebody here who needs to make a choice. The first thing I'm getting is that there's a need to be vulnerable. There's a need to be open. There's a need to be more transparent about the connection and about the situation at hand. Definitely. It does look like something has happened. There may be a little bit of a separation going on, or a little bit of distance that you're experiencing with this person. You could be dealing with an air sign. So I got Gemini, Aquarius here, but it can be anybody. It's definitely someone who's trying to decide how close they want to come at this time and whether or not to give in to some sort of a temptation here. Okay, so what is this? Lovers, please. 3 of Swords. That's probably why. All right, so Empress. Now we have Libra energy. Where is Pisces here? Okay, where's Pisces? Hold on. Pisces. Something feels awkward. I feel like it feels awkward when you're dealing with this person in the coming period, Pisces, because you may not know if you should approach them. You may not know if you should communicate with them. It's like, what do I say? Do I say something? Maybe questions that you have. You may be wanting to ask this person, what's up or what's going on? How are you? What are you feeling? What are you experiencing? Things like this. And I see that you're hesitating. There's a hesitation. You're overthinking it, or you're going to be. It's like, maybe I shouldn't ask that. Maybe I don't need to know. Maybe they'll tell me. But I feel like there is an offer here. There's some type of wanting to come together. All right, let's see. Okay, Star card again. Seven of Swords. Interesting. So the situation feels a little risky. It feels dangerous. Someone feels like the situation is tricky, that they're dealing with a person they are not sure what to expect from. I'm trying to pull you a deck here too. Maybe we'll do this one. Yeah, it's like not knowing what to expect in your connection. So I feel like this person sees you being cautious. You look cautious in the energy, cautious about what to say, how close you get with this person, how intimate you bond with them, how much you share with this individual. Something feels kind of standoffish. Like people are you could be even talking to this person, but there's some sort of a boundary that is not being crossed. It feels like trying to maintain a little bit more of like casual vibes and not get too serious or too invested. At least not show your cards. Like this looks like someone not trying to fully show how they're feeling or what they want because they're not sure about the other person. It's kind of tiptoeing, cautious, like what do I say? What do I do? Maybe I'll just wait it out and see. Someone feels like you're looking for signs, like you're looking for information, you have a curiosity, but you're not outright doing anything about it. So I see you, yeah, that's how they see you, okay? They see you being curious about them, but maintaining distance, kind of like observing them from afar, okay? What is the situation? Because you're being cautious. Okay, so courting. That's why. Maybe there's some type of date that you're supposed to be coming into with this person. Like you want to take it slow. You're cautious. You don't want to get too close with this person. I feel like you're about to meet up with them, or you just have. There's a new opportunity trying to come of this with this person. You have an opportunity to date, to meet up. You have an opportunity to bond with somebody, that type of thing. What else is here? Okay, but there's fear. So I do feel like the fear is here, and it feels like suspicion to me. That's what this is. Like somebody's suspicious. It's like, I don't know what your intentions are. So something, yeah, you know, you may feel like somebody could be toxic. You could be thinking that. You're like, wait, is this a healthy dynamic, or does this have potential to be something that's not too healthy here? That's what I see you thinking about. All right. So there's a lot of suspicious energy. It's like, what is this person up to? What are their intentions? Why are we doing this? Why are we pussyfooting around type thing? Show me the person. Okay. It's a mystery. Yeah. Deception and stress, anxiety, panic. So there's a nervousness in this situation. It's about deceptive energy. Someone may feel like you got like a trick up your sleeve when it comes to this situation. So here goes some type of mystery about what's being hidden. There's still a very strong temptation here. Something is amiss. Yeah, that's what it feels in this reading. Something feels not fully known. People don't know, and it's making someone feel a little anxious. Where is Pisces in this? Okay, so you have toxic and crossroads. Yeah, okay, that's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm referring to when, okay, third party. Here we go. That could be what this is. There could be some type of choice occurring between paths, between people is definitely here. So, yeah, it's like treading carefully and being cautious because not all is out in the open or cannot be. It would be like needing to keep things on the low, keep it private. That's what's going on here. So we got fighting, codependent, misunderstanding, and trigger. Okay, I have a question, so I'm going to get into that. But there is some type of interference, or somebody feels like there is in the situation. There's a little bit of interference. So I see this connection with this person. I'm going to see how they feel too, but currently this is someone who feels like something has paused. They're looking at it like pause, okay? And they see you keeping space from them. I feel like there's a lot of suspiciousness. You're thinking about them. You're wondering about them. You're cautious about them. They too are cautious about you, wondering what you got going on. Both of you guys do not really know what to expect here, okay? All right, hold on. Let's see the question. What is the history here? Just if anything. Okay, Eight of Swords. I feel like as soon as you met this person, there was already questions. Already, immediately. It would be like, okay, this is fun, it's exciting, or maybe somebody's looking for a good time type thing, and there's a suspicion about that. But it's like noticing that some kind of flag is being shown immediately. As soon as you talk to this person, as soon as you meet them, there's a suspiciousness. On your part, on theirs, whoever's. It's like, wait, what's really going on with this person? Is this the truth? Is this person telling the truth? Are they hiding something? Like immediately. It's like one of those. As soon as you meet this person, it's fun to talk to them. There's a little bit of charisma going on too. So there could be some flirtatiousness and just really getting along in that way. But then when it comes down to, wait, are they telling the truth? Their story may not add up. Someone's story, like the pieces of the puzzle, are not really adding up. So it's kind of like, I remember when they said this, when they said that, they told me they were into this hobby, that they were in this kind of relationship in the past, or whatever that is. It just doesn't add up. So the pieces have felt like that. So if you knew this person in the past, there was a disconnect already. Okay. And someone was not able to communicate. And maybe not willing is a better way to say that. How do you see this person, please? You see them with the Two of Pentacles. Okay, well, you feel like this is someone who's constantly towing the line. They can't keep up with their relationships in their life. This person can't keep up with their friends, with their social engagements. They can't keep up with whatever relationships they're dealing with. Because what you're saying is that someone here is putting a pause on things, that things become quite overwhelming, that sometimes they're really gung-ho, they're excited to move forward, to talk, to communicate, and then all of a sudden they drop the ball and they disappear. You may also feel like it's because of other people in the mix, like this person decides to drop that situation and comes to you, and vice versa. Like they'll drop you, go to them, something like that, okay? It's a side note if it's not your situation. I'm saying here that they've been constantly showing you that there's waiting involved, or there is needing more information. There is continuous, like, feeling like you don't have the full story. So this is the juggler. You could feel that way. You're like, okay, this person's obviously, dating. Maybe they're just dating. It could be, but it's looking like, okay, let me see. You're going to have a realization about this person in the coming period. So we have Taurus energy here. I got Capricorn, more Pisces energy. I got Cancer, I got Sagittarius. Okay, so someone here is towing the line. They may not feel comfortable to make a full-blown choice of something. What is this that Pisces is seeing? Someone here, okay. The Fool. The Sun. You see that someone's going to free themselves. They're trying to free themselves from a situation that's not working in their life. They are ready to branch out and try something new. There may have been certain restrictions that were in place, like they were continuously trying to build a home, a family, some type of relationship, and then somehow something changes and they decide that they need more freedom in their life, or they wonder why they keep doing something. You're saying this about this person. This could be something they've told you. Like, I'm looking for a change. I need to get out more. I need to try new things. Like, whatever I was involved in wasn't really working for me. It could be anything, okay? This is someone who wants to broaden their horizons, have more fun, experience life, or just try some new things is what you're saying about them. Okay. Okay, so you don't really want to tell this person how you feel. You don't really, It's like something is a little too mysterious to you here with this person. You don't feel comfortable to tell them that. You may not feel comfortable talking about the relationship with them at all. Like, you don't want to ask too many questions. You don't want to share too much. You know something that you're not letting this person in on. You may know about what type of relationship this is. Like, you have the in, or you feel like you are in tune with the situation. You got it figured out type thing, okay? You really have things figured out here. It also looks like you feel the need to not force something. You feel the need to more so sit back and allow something to unfold, or allow someone to show you what you need to see. Like, you're letting them show you how they're going to be behaving or acting, or what they're wanting to do towards you. It's like, I'm not gonna, again, the Knight of Swords. I'm not gonna force this. I'm not gonna, I'm hearing penetrate. I feel like you have a very penetrating gaze. You kind of understand someone's body language, or you're understanding something under the surface here. You see it. It's like your gaze is activated. You may be actually very intuitive as well. It could be psychic. There's something here. What is this? Okay, Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. So exactly this again. Something feels very open-ended in this situation. It's like you never feel like you have everything out in the open. The thing is, there's something that you could even have gotten your evidence already. You could actually get physical evidence, because I see first it's an intuition or a suspicion, and then it's actually evidence to you. The thing is with this situation though, it's like there's always loose ends. It's even if you disconnect from them, there's something that's left unsaid, left unspoken, and then there's still opportunity to come back and communicate again. Things like that, like something doesn't completely close, something doesn't completely end. Okay. What's going on? Why is this person doing that? Okay, so 11th house and moon. Interesting. Huh. What does that look like for them? Looks like the 6 of Cups. Okay, hold on. Okay, there we go. Pisces, first of all, this person right now, they're looking a lot at something that's not working out here. So they're saying that they don't feel like they're getting proper attention and affection. This may also just be time and energy. This may also be finances. Like someone just feels deficit. They feel impoverished in this way. They feel like they're being left out and they're stuck there. Someone's like, whoa, I guess I'm stuck in this situation. Not quite rock bottom, but maybe just feeling shunned and ignored, feeling like, not really cared about too much by, could be several people, because you have 11th house energy here. Someone feels like an outcast, like they've been left out. The thing is, I'm asking also about you here. They're saying that you don't care about something. It could be about trust. Maybe you're not trying to build trust, rebuild trust, or it could be about in the past, you just kind of removed your emotions from the situation and you're being very practical about something. You're being more nonchalant. You're not being too invested here. This person feels your emotions being withdrawn. It's making them feel isolated a bit. There's an opportunity to connect here again, though, but okay, the Sun. Okay, and then Knight of Swords. So I feel like, first of all, there's some things that you haven't hit this person with when it comes to what you know, something you've understood about the relationship. There's something that you did not tell them that you figured out, or there's something you didn't tell them that you're keeping to yourself. And maybe this is about you. It could be about you. It's more so the way, to me, it looks like the way that you experience this relationship. You haven't really told this person what you're vibing with, what you're not vibing with, what you expect, what you don't expect. Like something is just more so up in the air. You look like you want to bring something out in the open. What does that look like though? I feel like you're trying not to get to, the Chariot, the King of Cups. Okay. Your path is going to change when it comes to this relationship. This could be something that you've already decided, but you haven't told this person. What does this person want? Okay. What's that? What's all this now? Okay. What's the Queen of Wands, please? 6 of Cups. The Death card. Okay, there's a really strong masculine energy here, be it you or this person. I see Aries, Scorpio quite strongly right there. It could also pertain to you, maybe Cancer energy as well, Pisces. So there's an energy of a little bit of going back and forth or allowing things to come and go. When it comes to this person, they're actually trying to keep their feelings to themselves as well. So there's so much suspicion going on that somebody feels like they can't say too much, they can't do too much, but that's what they do want. Like I'm telling you, this person wants, where's Pisces right here really quick? Yeah. What's that right there? What is that person referring to right there? Okay, this is where that impasse comes in. So there's this choice. This person's considering reconciling. This person's considering coming back together with you. But I'm telling you, they don't feel that they should act or say anything here. They don't feel that that is what they should be doing. Yeah. Interesting. We should see what's going to happen next. This person appears to be in their feelings, especially about being in the dark. It's the mystery. It's the unknown. It's not knowing what's going to happen next, what's going to transpire between you two. This person feels left in the dark. You have an opportunity to clear the air about that. I feel like there's something you really want to say. What is that? Yeah, see, the thing is, wow, Pisces, you're kind of detached here, really. Even if you are like interested, because I see you have an interest, it's just that you're not allowing yourself to be fully immersed. And maybe this is strategic. I mean, someone here feels like you've been a little strategic when it comes to this relationship, and you may have reasons. You have toxic energy here. Remember that? The toxic relationship card? Someone's really triggered by options or a choice in the mix, and that could be the reason too. It's like, well, I don't do options, or I don't want to deal with a situation with options. There could be an Aries involved somewhere. What is Pisces? I'm going to ask these questions right here. I don't like sharing my questions anymore. Hold on. I have reasons. All right. So yeah, I feel like you don't want to share your questions with this person anymore because you have your reasons. You may already know what it is. You just don't feel the need to explain. You don't feel the need to explain yourself and tell somebody, this is why I'm doing these things, or this is what I think you're up to, what I know you're up to, actually, because you have an understanding of the situation. You don't feel the need because it's like, you know that you're being observed, and yeah, you're just like under somebody's microscope here. And then they want to act like they didn't get the information from you, or they didn't give you this information to begin with. Something feels like you're being gypped or ripped off. Okay, hold on. Okay, so first of all, there's a lot of passion, a lot of tension with this individual. Okay. Yeah, here goes that Sagittarius Aries energy again. So Pisces, what's that right there, please? What is that Pisces is referring to? Ace of Pentacles. Okay, there's something you don't agree with what this person is doing. You really don't. You don't like it. It makes you feel not fully connected with them. Like, you may be more interested in getting to know someone or building the chemistry, building the bond. And someone here is disappointing you in that way. Like, there could be something they're invested in that you're like, okay, screw it. You know, you want to live like that. You want to choose those things. I'm outie. That's kind of the vibe you're coming in with. You may also, wow, this is going to be a little bit of a side note here. You may also not be very stimulated with the way that this person communicates. So that could be something that's important to you. Like, you feel like someone just doesn't scratch your brain or do it for you in that way. There could be, you may be a Pisces who wants someone who can make you think or make you feel like you can expand in life, like you can learn new things. It could be immersing yourself in like different topics, different subjects. And there's something here that doesn't quite do that for you. So you're realizing that you can't go all in here. That's what you're saying. You're like, wait, you know, maybe this person has good traits and qualities, but I'm realizing I can't go all the way in. And there's also an external circumstance that you're also referring to, which is here too. Okay, someone here too, maybe they've made some bad choices with money. They could have made some bad choices, like bad investments. They could have spent their time and energy not very wisely. Like, This may be where somebody is in life, potentially. Okay. Like something's just not your style. It's not your speed. Something's just not for you when it comes to that. This could also be when you meet someone in person. Let's say that you're chopping it up online or whatever. You meet them in person, you're like, wait, we're not really feeling it. Like the chemistry may be off, something like that. That's a side note too. So someone's delaying making a choice in this relationship. Someone has been delaying going all in. And it makes you feel like opting all the way out, okay? Or you're just going to remove your emotions, okay? So you're going to opt out emotionally. Could be that you like I'm saying, like you still have potential to talk to this person. It's just not the same way that maybe you first intended, is what I want to say. Okay, what's this? Someone appears to be being like tricked or persuaded. Maybe it's a persuasion. Okay, I'm curious now. What is that snake card and the mystery card? What's that? Yeah. It's like Scorpio Sagittarius energy. There's a mystery about whether or not there's going to be a reconciliation here, because I feel like someone's kind of pouting, okay, not feeling too hot about it, feeling maybe sad. There's regrets going on about whether or not you guys are going to reconcile. There's also an energy of a suspicion of whether or not somebody is over their ex or over a past situation. It's like, are you really done with that? Are you really over with that? Something like this. Okay, so let's see what's going to happen next, Pisces. 5 of Swords. Seven of Cups. There you are with your energy. What does this look like for Pisces? Venus in the first. Interesting. Okay, and this person, Pisces, I see you getting kind of dolled up, or somebody is, like a person's going to get super dolled up for a situation. Maybe just to feel better, or so that someone can see what someone looks like in their day-to-day, not day-to-day, when they actually put effort into themselves, which is interesting. It's like someone's getting like dressed up or dolled up to kind of feel more confident, and it's working because the other person does find an attraction here. Okay, so what I'm seeing actually is that you're going to withdraw in the coming period, and not in a mean way, not in like a harsh way or anything like that. It just kind of feels like you're understanding that something is kind of stagnant here. It's a little bit of a back and forth energy. It's a little bit of waiting that's been happening, being patient, waiting, constantly questioning, or something like this, because someone here is not necessarily ready to make some sort of a choice in this dynamic. Someone's not making a choice. And if it is a choice, okay? Indecision is a decision. Not choosing is a choice. So it's kind of like you can choose left, you can choose right, or you can choose neither. Someone's saying neither. Somebody's opted out in that way. And I feel like you're understanding that in the situation, that if there's a waiting for a change, you're not interested. If someone's waiting for you to change, you're not going to do it. You're removing your energy here so that you can rest. You could be at peace. You could be at ease. You're putting like the tension behind. You're putting the stress behind. You're more chill about this. You're relaxed. You're at ease. Like someone's not going to be bothering you. This person, let me see. I feel like they're so curious because they're looking to see what's up with you. What's that over there? Again, we have some Taurus energy, got some Libra energy. What's going on over there? This, okay, Emperor too. I saw the Empress. Yeah. It's like cat got somebody's tongue over here too. I see waiting. There's more pausing. There's more questioning. There's more this and that. Give me that suspicion card. Justice. Six of Cups. Okay. There's a suspiciousness about a Scorpio, or there's a suspiciousness about this. It could be you, Pisces, Cancer, Libra energy. There could be a suspicion about somebody's spouse, whether or not they are married, have a spouse, want a spouse. Something is just not right. There's secrecy here. It's like, is this person telling me the truth? I never know if they're telling me the truth. Like someone feels that they've been burned already and there's not really a whole bunch of truth going on. So yeah, I feel like in the future, this is going to be more pausing happening. Let me pull you an angel card. And I feel like sometimes people need to keep their opinions to themselves is what I'm hearing. Okay, somebody could be like trying to put their opinions out there, putting somebody on blast on the internet for no reason. The person never sees it. That's like, okay, what's the point of that? Something like that. Okay. Liberation, deliverance from enemies, both visible and invisible. Rael. Rael? Something like that. Seven of Wands. Okay, so you're going to be removing yourself from a situation, and the reason being is because there's enemies, hidden enemies potentially. That's your house, actually. Your house is the house of hidden enemies. So it's like you know what that looks like, you know what that feels like. Something's just not out in the open, and it's making you not have an understanding with someone, okay? So I do see a misunderstanding, really. There's some type of misunderstanding, and it may be about some tension here. It may be about that choice or option to engage with this person. There's just a misunderstanding, and people are not coming at this in the way that the other person is. So something feels, it's inequality in some type of way. So you're being delivered from enemies, both visible and invisible here. And that's where you're having more boundaries. You have more protection. You have Knight of Wands, Kahuya. Protection. Yeah, exactly what this prevents discovery of secret crimes and saves exiles. If you're hiding something, Pisces, you're not going to share it. Okay. You may not feel the need to share something with someone. You may be feeling like, you know, for example, you don't owe this person the money, or you want to keep something for yourself. Maybe you feel you don't owe someone the effort. You want to keep energy for yourself. Like something like that is what's going on. You know how to play your cards right in this situation. Okay. So if somebody's trying to get you to engage, pay up, invest, whatever, you're not interested in doing that. Somebody could be waiting for a long time for this. So whatever's being hidden, if this is you, they're not going to find out. Something is, yeah, you're protected, or your secret is safe type thing. I just feel like you're trying to lay low, if that makes sense. Like, not like you're full blown. I feel like you're avoiding something, or you're hiding from a person so that something is not addressed. Do you know what I mean? Something like that. Vice versa, if you have to, Pisces, please. Anyway, it says saves exiles too. So yeah, you're going to be safe on the outside in the coming period. It may change after that, but who knows? Check back if you're interested. And thanks for spying with me. I'll see you next time.